how about what does it mean if you find you have no work goals, from Lee?
Well, I think if you don't have any there's achieve and enjoy, all right? If you don't have achieve work goals, it means that you're probably plateauing. You've probably found something that's good and it's quite easy and you're rolling along happily. And that might be all right if you're putting all your energy into your personal life, but it's probably not all right because you're spending 5 days a week at work and you're not learning. And I personally couldn't do a job where I wasn't learning new stuff. I mean, even now, I love doing this because I love all these questions you're asking me and I don't always know the answers. And it's really interesting to think about new stuff. So if you don't have achieved goals at work, I think it means you're plateauing. It might be your fault that you've gone for an easy life. It might be your boss's fault that your boss just isn't pushing you. Because quite often bosses think, well, you know, he or she's really good at that job. I'll just leave them there doing that job. But really, your boss's job is to keep moving you on up and have more people coming in behind you. And bosses can be lazy, you know. So I think if you haven't got any achieved goals at work, that's a problem. And you should get some and say to your boss, these are my goals at work. Can I do them, please? I want to go out and see customers more. I want to learn more about this. I want to be in charge of a project. Can I do that? I want to run some training courses internally. Can I do that? And you should be nagging your boss and pushing your boss. And if you have an appraisal process, then you can ask when it gets to appraisal for those things. Now, the other half is if you don't have enjoy goals at work, and this is more difficult really. If you can't think of things that you like at work that you want to do, let's suppose you love doing training courses at work, a bit of teaching, a bit of training. You could have that as a goal at work that you would enjoy doing. But if there's nothing in your work that you can think of that you would like to do more of, it does probably mean you're in the wrong job. And it might be worth really just reconsidering what job would you like to do. But I think rather than just resigning, you can, you can have a big rethink about careers and start applying for something totally different. Don't leave till you've got something different. But you could also evolve your job sideways. So the idea is that if this is your job that you don't really enjoy, if there was just something sort of here that you'd like to do more of, and something you really don't like over here, you could say to your boss at appraisal time, or if you don't have appraisals, you could say at any time, you could just say, I'd like to do more of this next year if I could. And could I do less of this? Could somebody else do some of that? And then what you do is, you know, the year after or 6 months later, you then say, can I do more of this and less of this? And then a few months later, you say, oh, I really want to be involved in this new project that's just coming along. And so gradually you can move your circle to a completely different place, bit by bit. But it starts with deciding which direction, you know, what do you want to do more of? What would make you happy at work? But if you really can't think of anything to do with your current work that would make you happy, then you've probably got to look for another job. Oh, and the final thought is you could just try some different things and dabble. So you could try a bit of training or project management or selling or whatever, and just see if those make you happy, because you might get a surprise and you might decide that actually you love it. So, you know, maybe a bit of experimenting but if you really can't find anything within your current work that you enjoy, then, you know, the search must go on to find a better job, because 5 days a week is too long to spend doing a job that you don't enjoy.